thinking about bringing a powerful data platform like Talend into your organization, or maybe migrating your existing setup.
Right.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. It's tempting, I think, to see it as just, a software deployment.
Yeah, just install it and go. But the source material we've been digging into, it tells a really different story, a crucial one.
It really does.
What the source really seems to underscore is that this isn't, well, it's not a simple installation. It's actually a strategic initiative. You're building robust, governed data infrastructure.
And that immediately raises the stakes, doesn't it?
Totally. Success isn't a given just because you've bought the license.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our mission for this deep dive is really to get into why these projects can be so complex based on what the sources are highlighting. And crucially, show you how having the right expertise helps you get past those common pitfalls towards actual value.
Exactly. Talend, now part of it's incredibly capable for data integration, for governance. Bringing together all those fragmented data sources is really its superpower.
But using that power effectively, that means navigating, well, significant complexity.
Significant.
And the sources lay out these layers of complexity pretty clearly. First off, there's just the sheer breadth of the platform itself. It goes way beyond just ETL, extract, transform, load.
Oh, precisely. Yeah. It covers data quality processes, critical metadata management, which is really about understanding the structure and context of all your data, and even master data management. Creating that single trusted view of key things like customers or products.
And each of those adds its own layer.
Adds its own dimension of complexity, to the whole project scope.
And then within that, the deep level of configuration needed. That sounds huge. The sources talk about intricate job design, robust error handling strategies, and something absolutely critical. Performance tuning?
Yeah, performance tuning.
Performance tuning, that is non-negotiable, especially when you're dealing with large data volumes.
Yeah, and the sources highlight how easily, misconfigurations can lead to bottlenecks or even outright failures. And then compounding all that is the challenge of just connecting to your existing data landscape, which is rarely simple or uniform.
Oh, tell me about it. I mean, the sources mention everything, right? From integrating with, legacy mainframes, which always have their own quirks.
Always.
To connecting seamlessly with countless cloud platforms and different SaaS applications. Every single endpoint is a potential challenge that needs specific handling.
And without deep expertise navigating all these technical intricacies, the sources point out some surprisingly common and honestly costly pitfalls that teams just stumble right into.
Like building an architecture that just can't scale.
Yeah.
The source highlights examples where, early design seemed okay for small volumes, but they just collapsed under real growth.
Exactly, leading to massive, expensive rework down the line.
Wow.
Or maybe fragile job designs. They might work initially, but they break constantly with minor data variations. So you're always in reactive mode, always fixing things.
Constantly firefighting.
Yeah, and the sources also note that teams often only end up using a fraction of Talend's capabilities, simply because they don't know how to leverage the advanced features effectively. They haven't been shown how.
Which, naturally, leads to those mounting costs from rework, missed deadlines, and the risk of critical compliance gaps if data governance isn't baked in correctly from day one.
Yeah, that governance piece is key. But perhaps the most damaging pitfall the sources really detail is that erosion of trust. Trust with the business stakeholders when these projects stall or cost too much or just fail to deliver the promised value.
For recovering that confidence. That's a monumental task.
It really is.
What's fascinating, though, is how the sources show experienced experts completely change this whole trajectory. An expert architect, for instance. They bring battle-tested frameworks. They know how to design for scale and performance proactively.
Right, they're thinking ahead. Integrating governance and error handling patterns that help you avoid those painful pitfalls right from the very start.
And connecting this to the bigger picture. This isn't just about the technical fixes, is it?
No, not at all. It's about ensuring the platform's capabilities are truly aligned with the strategic business needs, not just, building data pipelines in isolation.
Right.
The sources clearly show that the outcome with this kind of expert guidance is, faster project delivery, internal teams actually gaining practical confidence in using the tool.
Which is huge.
And Talend genuinely transforming into an enabler of real business value, not just a cost center.
So for you listening, whether you're a data leader making those big investment decisions, or maybe you're a talent professional actually building these solutions day to day, Sources make a really powerful case here.
Hmm.
Prioritizing expertise isn't just some technical detail. It sounds fundamental. Fundamental to making successful investments and, frankly, accelerating your own career by building things right the first time.
That central message really comes through loud and clear. Expertise isn't a luxury item here. It's pretty much essential for successful Talend implementation or migration initiatives.
Absolutely. So given that potential for delays, for cost overruns, and just failing to meet your goals when the right guidance isn't in place up front, maybe something for you to really consider is this. What's the true cost of not prioritizing that expertise in these high-stakes projects?